This is the story of a rookie who entered the NBA as the fourth pick in the draft, immediately overshadowed by the guy taken 3 spots ahead of him, and is now leading the entire NBA. 3-pointers made while threatening records set by Stephen Curry. His name is Kon Knueppel, and almost nobody saw any of this coming. To understand how surprising this season has been, you have to go back to what the expectations actually were. When the Charlotte Hornets picked Knueppel 4th overall in the 2025 NBA draft, the basketball world barely reacted, and not because it was a bad pick. Scouts genuinely liked him. They pointed to his fundamentals, his shooting mechanics, his feel for the game. But the entire pre-draft conversation had already been swallowed whole by one name, and that name was Cooper Flagg. Flagg went number 1, and he entered the season as a negative 225 favorite to win Rookie of the Year, which made him the single biggest preseason Roy favorite since at least 2007, according to the Sports Odds History database. Knueppel's ceiling, in most projections, looked something like this. Patient development, double-digit scoring, and a complimentary role behind LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. A solid first year with room to grow. That was the bar. And then October arrived, and none of that helped. What Knueppel is actually doing on the court right now is where this story gets genuinely hard to explain away. Through March 2026, he's averaging 19.3 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game, shooting 48% from the field and 42.5% from 3, and his true shooting percentage, which folds in field goals, threes, and free throws together, sits at 65.1%. That ranks 14th in the
With the 4th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kon Knueppel.
Interesting prospect to one of the top Rookie of the Year contenders.
Over 31 minutes a night, only 17 of those appearances ended with him shooting below 40% from the field, and that consistency across different lineups, different defensive assignments, and different game situations is the part that nobody penciled in for a 20-year-old in the game. His synergy profile backs all of it up. 87th percentile in total offense, 88th percentile in pick-and-roll situations, including passing. None of that describes a guy standing in the corner waiting
the Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month award for November, Kon Knueppel, who averaged 5.7 rebounds and over 41% from three-point range.
Gave him an open lane, no hesitation. Attack mode.
Love it! That's the Hornets' first unassisted basket of the game.
The kid had 9 points in the first, and the Kon only scored 3 points. The Charlotte still pushed their lead to 10 at the half. The rookie was back at it in the third. He hit a couple of smooth shots.
Knueppel from the free throw.
Knueppel became the fastest player in NBA history to reach 200 career three-pointers, doing it in his 58th game, heading 11 games off the previous record, which Duncan Robinson had held. 2 days after that, on February 26th,
that's a lot of confidence for a young man.
All-time mark for three-pointers made by a rookie in a single season, going past 206 and still adding to it. By mid-March 2026, that total had climbed to 238, which leads the entire NBA, shooting 43.7% from beyond the arc. The pace he's on right now projects to 280 or more threes by the end of the season, and that number matters because it would exceed what Stephen Curry made in any of his first 5 years in the league. A 20-year-old rookie, outpacing Curry's early career production from deep. When Curry himself got asked about Knueppel chasing his records, his answer was, same way Ray had his moment when I was watching him beat Reggie. It's a passing of a baton type thing. The greatest shooter in the history of the sport is talking about handing something off, and the person receiving it is in his first NBA season. Alongside the three-point records, another number has been creeping into the conversation, and it's one of the rarest individual achievements in basketball. 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. Only a handful of players across the entire history of the league have ever hit all 3 marks in a single season, and none of them did it as a rookie. Knueppel is sitting at 48% from the field, 42.5% from 3, and his free throw accuracy at Duke already cleared 91%, which tells you the tools for all 3 marks are already there. Every game remaining in the season tightens the margin, and whether he holds those numbers through the final stretch is still an open question.
He's a great player. He's going to have a great career. I'm lucky to be able to play with him.
Kon has been straight up electric, running the offense with confidence and dropping numbers that send jaws to the floor. Real team
He excels! So good! Third of the night!
And then
Charlotte came into this season with lottery projections.
Right there.
Not much else to
No
build
hesitation. Look at this little hitch right there. That little
Through the
hitch.
first stretch of the
Not
year,
really a
those
full ball
projections
fake,
looked
but just a
accurate.
little.
The Toronto team
And then
that you
something
just
changed.
lost to previously
Since
with a
January
tight in the game
15th, the
situation.
Hornets have
So it
gone
was good for us to be able to
18-6,
get a little bit of
climbing
payback
back to
in that next game versus Toronto,
and turning a
it's just
team
good
that
for a
looked like a
young group
bottom
if you're
five
trying to,
situation into
build
one that's
winning
genuinely
habits.
competing.
Game plan for him, like, even when he
The
gets,
win
like, an open
improvement
shot,
across the
you
full
can see, like,
season
the
projects to
frozen
roughly
games, like,
22
right
games,
outside.
and the only Rookie of the Year winners over the past 25 years who moved the needle that much for their teams were Ben Simmons, Chris Paul, and LeBron James. That's the company this year's
Really
numbers
good
are
on the
landing
offensive
Knueppel
glass in
Durability
particular,
adds
where
another
he's
layer to
constantly
it.
earning
Barring
the
any
Hornets
further
extra
absences,
possessions,
he'll finish
since
the
he's
season
already
having missed
in the
just
top
one game to
10%
injury,
of the
logging
NBA
31
when it
plus
comes to
minutes a
being a
night
winning
in 69
player. Because
appearances
he's in
as a
the
20-year-old,
99th
which is another
percentile in the
thing nobody
NBA
had
when it
flagged
comes
as a
to
reasonable
portability, which
expectation
is a
heading
stat
into the
that
year.
tries to
All of
measure
it feeds
how
into
well
the
you fit him
ROI
into a
conversation,
random
which is
lineup
completely
with four
flipped
other
from where it
players.
started.
It's why
Flagg
he
entered
ranks
the
so
season
high,
as the
because he's
overwhelming
just so
favorite, and his
well-rounded,
numbers
even
have
as a
been
rookie.
genuinely
And
strong.
when you zoom back
20.2
out,
points,
he's rated in the
6.6
93rd
rebounds,
percentile
4.5
as an
assists per
overall
game,
offense.
with
When
Dallas
you watch
routing
the
their
Hornets,
entire offense
there's
through
one
him and
action
leaning
they
on
keep
him in a
going
way
back
Charlotte
with
never
Kon
needed to
that
with
puts
Knueppel.
defenders
The
in
case
a
for Flagg
horrible
is real,
spot every
and any
single
honest
time.
read of
It's
the race
the
has to
ghost
acknowledge
screen or
that.
brush
But by
screen.
early
And when
March
it works, he
2026,
gets a clean look
Knueppel's
for
ROI
three.
odds
That
had
brush
moved to
screen
negative
does two
210,
things to a
implying
defense
roughly a
at the same time.
68%
It makes
probability of
open the
winning,
game up.
and for the
even
first
when
time all
Kon
season,
isn't the
the
guy
betting
who
markets
ends up
had him
getting
ahead.
the shot, the
John
action
Wall
still
put it
wins.
plainly on an
Because
Amazon
if
Prime
those two
panel.
defenders
No one
hesitate
expected
for
him to
even
be
a
as good
beat,
as he is.
it can open
He
up the
surprised
driving lane
everybody.
for the
He
ball
should be
handler,
clear-cut
and
Rookie of
Kon
the Year.
Knueppel gets a
Iman
clean look
Shumpert
for
framed the
and
whole
if
race
he's
as a
got any
2004
kind of
situation.
daylight at all,
LeBron
you
versus
already know
Carmelo,
what's
two
likely
players
going
with
to happen
completely
next.
different
And
roles and
this
completely
is the
different
part that I
cases,
keep
where there's
reason
no
why
universally
he's having
correct
so
answer.
much success.
Voters
And
decide
look
what
at
they
this
value
clip between
more,
him and
higher
Giannis at
counting
the
stats
All-Star
and a
break.
heavier role, or historic efficiency, three-point records, and a team turnaround.
The defense
That
is
debate
leaning
is
the
still
wrong
open,
way,
and the
but
race
a lot
isn't
of
over.
the time,
But
this
the player
action
who
just
entered the year
works.
as the
Spawns
afterthought in the
defend
draft
and
narrative
because
now
you
holds
don't
the
want
lead.
to leave a guy
Zoom
with
out from
that
all
kind
the
of
individual
where
records,
he comes up
and
like
what this
he's
season
going to set the
represents is a
screen,
20-year-old
and then
who was
at the
handed
last
every reason
second,
to
he
blend
slips
into the
out
background,
and
and instead
player
built one of the
compared to
more
the
surprising
entire
rookie
league.
campaigns
As
the
a
league
rookie,
has seen
this
in years.
is the kind
The
of
setup
stuff that
pointed
we
away
pretty
from
much
this.
never see,
Fourth pick
especially from a
behind a
guy who
consensus
was
number
taken
one
fourth
prospect,
overall,
playing
and how
alongside
much
two
better
established
he'd
stars
make
in
it. When
LaMelo
you've got
Ball
a
and
guy
Brandon Miller,
spacing the
entering a
floor
market
at
that
an
doesn't
elite level,
generate a
hitting
lot of
threes off the
national
can,
attention.
I think a
None of those
huge
conditions
reason for
typically
that is
produce a
just how
player leading the
portable the
league
guy
in
is,
three-pointers
because he
made,
just
or
makes
sitting
any
14th
lineup
in the
you put him
NBA in
crashing
true
the
shooting
offensive
percentage.
glass,
And yet,
and
when
being a
Knueppel's former
respectable
Duke teammate
defensive
Flagg
player,
told him
and
he had been
even the
buying his
defense,
rookie
which
trading
people
cards,
didn't
the
expect
response
much
Knueppel
from,
gave was
has been a
almost
sneaky
perfectly
strength,
consistent with how he's
because
played
even
all
if he's
season
not
long.
elite,
His
he's
words
at the
were,
48th
like, I'm not big into that
percentile,
stuff.
which
I
is
didn't
still
realize
a lot better
cards were
rookie
doing
score.
what they're
And
doing
then
now,
he's in
so I
the
guess I'm not
90th
tapped in.
percentile for
No hype,
efficiency,
no
which
noise,
is
just
ridiculous.
basketball
He's in the
at a level that
74th
nobody fully
percentile for
predicted, and records that are
rebounding, and he's
already
been
written into
quietly
the permanent history of the sport. Playing better than expected at this level doesn't just mean outperforming
His
a projection
introduction
on a
started when he
spreadsheet
was
somewhere.
named MVP
It
of the
means breaking
2025
Duncan
NBA
Robinson's
Summer League.
all-time speed
And when the
record
regular
for
season
career
began,
threes,
he turned
then
more
breaking
heads
Keegan
by knocking
Murray's
down
all-time
16
rookie
triples
record for
in his
threes
first
in a
4
season,
NBA games,
then
the
passing
most any
everyone in the
player has
league
ever hit to start a
entirely,
career.
and sitting at the top of that list with James still left to play. It means a team that projected as a lottery case, going 18-6 over a 6-week stretch and pulling back to .500. It means Stephen Curry invoking the passing of the court, and John Wall still within reach that no rookie has ever achieved. Kon Knueppel came into 2025-26 as the second story in the draft class,
than most
with the
people
Rookie of the
probably
Year
expected.
vote still
And
ahead
then
and
we get
records
the
still
big one,
falling.
because
He is not
he's in
that
the
anymore.
91st percentile for